It was quite the week for storms. Take a look at this video taken Monday night, southwest of the Twin Cities in Waconia. For some homeowners, it took almost 3 days to get power restored. All the rain this year just keeps adding up to a bad summer for mosquitoes. Alex Carlson with the Metropolitan Mosquito Control District says even though the summer is starting to wind down, this is the time of year when the risk for West Nile virus elevates. He says they've found mosquitoes that carry West Nile in all 7 metro area counties. But most of the species that have tested positive for West Nile don't bite humans as often. Still, he encourages us to take precautions.
Even though mosquito numbers have gone down quite a bit, it still is a good idea to take those precautions you would, in the early summer, wearing the bug spray, making sure you're covering up in the evening hours when mosquitoes are most active, and then removing any standing water just to keep them from proliferating.
The CDC reports that Minnesota has 3 reported cases of West Nile virus in humans so far this year. None of those cases are near the metro. Brooklyn Center is home to one of the only children's hospice care centers in the Midwest, Crescent Cove. The organization has a new executive director. Shannon Sladden sat down to talk to Mary Gaish about how the center is doing this summer.
Crescent Cove is a wonderful place that offers respite and hospice care for children with shortened life expectancies. And Crescent Cove is one of only 3 hospice and respite homes for children in the nation, the only one in the Midwest. So we welcome children and families from all over to give care and support to them. And in our respite care, we provide up to 15 days a year, free of charge to the families, where children can come and be loved and have fun and play and get their medical needs met, and families can get a little bit of a break from intensive caregiving and have an opportunity to take a nap or hang out with their other kids or go on vacation.
So respite looks a little bit different than what we might think it does. All right, so how's the job going? You've been on the job 3 months as the new executive director.
It is wonderful. It is a beautiful sanctuary on Twin Lakes in Brooklyn Center, and there's native gardens, and there's rescue horses, and there's therapy ducks, and lots of fun and joy in that community, and I'm really grateful to be a part of that story.
And this summer you guys had sibling camp. Why is it important for the siblings to come together here?
Well, siblings of children who have medically complex conditions have a really tough time sharing what their life experiences are like with their peers who don't share those experiences. So we host a sibling camp. They come for 2 nights every summer, and we have all kinds of fun activities, ninja obstacle courses, pontoon boat rides. And this year they came together to write a really special song where they talked in the song about how other kids here understand that they're late because maybe they were at a sibling's medical appointment, and other kids understand what it's like to grieve a sibling who has passed, and that is a special place for them where they feel at home. And we're really delighted to give them that experience.
Sure. I know the need is so great. You guys, you're only 1 of 3 nationwide. What's the wait like right now if a family wanted to come and have some of this respite?
Well, it's really a complex story because we do try to match, because it's a small home, we try to match the children in the home to make sure that we're able to care safely for all of them, that we have the right level of nursing. So that's one complex piece, so it can really vary for families. But what we do know is that if we adequately served all the families who need this kind of respite care, just in the metro area alone, we would need 72 beds a day, and right now we have 5. So we're thinking about ways we can move ahead to serve more families and to provide some respite care for families, maybe even in their homes, and to consider if we can grow our services to maybe even a bigger facility or a second facility.
All right, I know you guys always have some interesting fundraisers and projects going on. There's also a jobs board, so several opportunities. Where can folks go to find out more information?
To our Crescent Cove website, and that's crescentcove.org, and we are looking for nurses and CNAs and a food manager and a major gifts officer, so lots of opportunities to join this wonderful team, and it is a really joy-filled place to work.
I know. Thank you very much for being here and telling us all about it. Mary Gaish, new Executive Director of Crescent Cove. Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you know New Hope is home to the largest urban mushroom farm in Minnesota? CCX News reporter Kevin Miller takes us there.
Hi, Congresswoman. I'm Nick. Nick.
Nice to meet you.
For R&R Cultivation, it's a good day for a tour.
I bore people all the time with having to talk about mushrooms. My wife is like, yeah, no more, please. So anytime someone's like, hey, I'd like to talk about mushrooms, I tend to jump at it. I'll just grab one of these and bring it out to you.
They walked Representative Ilhan Omar through the business on Wednesday.
So we're a vertically integrated farm, which means we do everything from our own lab work all the way to growing and distributing mushrooms. So we do everything top to bottom all the way through.
It's a high-profile visit, but the owner says most people aren't sure where to find them.
Where? That's the first thing everyone says. Is like, where is it? It's in a big warehouse in the middle of the city. But yeah, as they're walking through here, they're just like, this is incredible. I've never seen anything exactly like this.
The grow rooms inside this indoor mushroom farm are full of otherworldly-looking fungi.
Then when they're ready, after about 2 weeks, then we open them up, put it in the grow rooms, harvest mushrooms, and then get them to all of our retailers and wholesalers.
There's about 30 year-round workers that keep this place running. Paying them fairly was more important than just growing mushrooms.
So we were always trying to keep a livable wage going, and we still continue that. We have a transparent pay schedule so that everybody, no individual person kind of gets raises. It's either we all raise up as a company or we stay the same.
Robinson says the commitment to employees is worth showing off.
Also, it's just the people. You walk around and people are smiling. It's hard work, obviously, but people enjoy being here. People get to show up for who they are and as they are and just come in here and do a great job.
In New Hope, Kevin Miller, CCX News.
R&R's mushrooms are available at Lunds & Byerly's, Kowalski's, and Hy-Vee grocery stores.
This weekend, we welcome 4 new members into our CCX Sports Hall of Fame. Here's Jay Wilcox with the story of one of our new Hall of Famers.
She's one of the better volleyball players ever from the Northwest Suburbs and went on to excel at a high-level Division I program. We welcome 2010 Armstrong graduate Dominique Thompson, now Dominique Darbaki, to our CCX Hall of Fame.
It's an honor. I immediately shared it with my parents and I was like, this is crazy that I've been chosen, selected. It means a lot to me, and it's a good reminder that there was some good glory days as I'm in the thick of it with 2 toddlers right now, that I was good at what I did back in the day.
Offensively, she's one of the best volleyball players in the state.
That was then Armstrong volleyball coach Carl Katzenberger's assessment of Dominique during her senior season in the fall of 2009. She became that good, all-state good, in pretty short order, after being far more interested in basketball than volleyball at first.
I mean, I started out high school volleyball on the freshman volleyball team. That was like my first year of volleyball. And so I didn't even know what to expect for myself. I didn't want to play volleyball. All my family played volleyball, and I just didn't want to. I want to stay away from it. And so my expectations were a little bit low on myself until probably my junior year when I realized what I was capable of.
She gave up basketball to focus on volleyball after 10th grade, but Dominique was also a star in a second high school sport, track.
4 years she went to state. She went to state in 200, 100, 100. She also was on our 4x1, 4x2 relays that went to state. Had a real good career. Great teammate, great captain, on and off the field. Her leadership was excellent. You couldn't ask for a better student athlete.
Track was definitely just a side thing. My parents, like I said, they didn't care what sports we did, but we just had to do sports. And so they said I had to do something, and track worked, and I was kind of good at track. And so I just kept doing it. And then I did end up going to state in track a few times, and that was really fun. So that made me want to keep doing it.
She's still on Armstrong's record board as part of 2 outstanding relay teams. After her high school career, Thompson accepted a volleyball scholarship to play for the University of Wisconsin, at a time when she still had a lot of room to grow as a player.
I definitely think I was a late bloomer in sports in general, and so I was behind, actually, a lot of the kids that were good. I could do some good stuff, but I didn't have like all my skills put together until, honestly, like senior year, freshman year of college is when it started like all click and come together, and I felt very confident in my skills. So I think there was a benefit for me physically just because I was still growing and all of that. So it all kind of came together a little bit later, but it was definitely a steep learning curve.
Dominique was a key player in a Wisconsin program that soared during her career, rising from a 500 team near the bottom of the Big Ten to an NCAA runner-up during her time in Madison.
I mean, being a Badger in general is super cool. You have the amazing support from the community always. My last 2 seasons were incredible. Things I had never dreamed of doing, playing in a national championship and being a Big Ten champion were incredible experiences. The feelings that you have playing with your teammates when you're very good is amazing, but also just watching us continue to grow and learn and how to continue to be better while we were in college was really cool. So those last 2 years, we just reached levels that we didn't know we could reach.
Thompson earned all-regional status as a junior and was an honorable mention All-American selection as a senior.
Catch the full Dominique Thompson story, plus all of our new Hall of Famers this weekend on CCX TV throughout the weekend. And you can watch the show online at ccxmedia.org.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.